What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen that I was going out. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. It's mother and twin brother of Teen. This is Hunter Metcalf. This is Austin Metcalf's brother. Kind of explain, what happened, during that day. There's a lot of people that have been saying a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I have to show y'all today on what a lot of Karmelo Anthony supporters are doing. It's definitely sad of what they're doing. And I told y'all that things have definitely got crazy. Things is definitely sad of what they're continuing to do and how they're doing it. I truly, not only hate it for the family, but for everyone, that has been involved, with this. You have so many individuals that, in a way, I'm gonna say this. There's a person I'm gonna show y'all. This is, and she is a white woman that ended up. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait. I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna wait. But it goes to show y'all because there's other things I want to show y'all. It goes to show y'all though on how sick a lot of these Karmelo Anthony supporters are and how extreme they will take things for somebody that did something so extreme and crazy. I'm telling y'all. Check it out right here, y'all.
How did it happen?
So it was a really bad storm in the morning, and they had a lot of delays. And me, my brother, a couple of kids were walking back from the field house of the middle school because we attended that middle school when we went to middle school, and we were saying hello to old coaches and catching up with them. And then we're walking back to our stand. We put our tent up so all the bleachers were right there. We're not wet from all the rain. We come back, we sit down, and this kid said something behind me. I've never met this kid in my entire life. I never knew who he was. Said something just inappropriate and uncalled for. And I turned around and asked him who he was. He started getting really aggressive. My brother stepped in. He started being, how he always is with me, just brothers, just having my back. And things started getting more higher intensity. And the kid said some aggressive stuff, reckless stuff. Also try to handle the problem.
And honestly, from what it sounds like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. What it sounds like to me is that when you have things, and obviously you didn't have people that will honestly take things too far. And I feel like in this case, obviously, within the knife, he took it too far. But I feel like even Karmelo saying something, he took it way too far. That makes sense. Took it way too far. And I get that schools and these young athletes are very competitive. But just based off of what Karmelo did, it just seems, it doesn't seem right, with me of it not being planned or it not being, it's bothered me a lot. It has been bothering me. Truly have a lot of people that's in denial, though. You have this individual right here that thinks he knows it all. Just check out what he says, y'all.
Dig deep, because this is one they got to think about. Somebody had to go down for Austin Metcalf's death. There were two avenues in which this could have resulted. One, what we see today, Karmelo Anthony railroaded. Or two, if Karmelo Anthony is found defending himself, then somebody else has to take the blame. In the state of Texas, the people who created the cause that produced the effect would be found guilty. Hunter Metcalf opened his mouth in the interview and said he was the one who addressed Karmelo Anthony first. He started the conflict. From that.
How was that starting something if Karmelo started something, saying things inappropriate or this, that, and the other?
That point on, him and everyone else who got involved.
I don't see how people are still sitting here and trying to fight with this and argue with this when clearly at the end of the day, he took a life. It's crazy.
Will be responsible for the death of Austin Metcalf. That's why they railroaded Karmelo Anthony. That's why they expedited the trial. That's why they called black and brown people from the jury. That's why they didn't allow cameras. That's why they had a gag order. That's why this trial, this case, is as big as it is. From what I understand, Austin was the confident twin. He was the stronger twin. Right now, Hunter Metcalf is shouldering the lies. That's why
I feel like even if Austin Metcalf of him being like the bigger twin and this, that, and the other. Regardless, Austin Metcalf was the captain of the football team. It don't matter, if they weren't twins or Hunter was bigger than Austin. Regardless, he's the captain of the football team. I mean, the track team and the football team, I'm pretty sure. But the track team, and that's what his coach, wanted them to do. And he's not doing that. He didn't do nothing but follow directions when it came to that. Regardless. When you're a captain, I don't care what anybody say. Me personally, I don't think I've ever been a captain. I'm going to be 100 with y'all. Have I been a captain? I think I was. Basketball. Not football or track or anything like that. But I'm here to tell y'all right now, when it comes down to that, and even seeing like captains of a track team or, like I said, myself with basketball, anything like that, the team literally will listen to you. They look up to you. Regardless, however you put it, they look up to you. You have a couple guys that obviously, or girls, that will truly, in a sense, try to challenge that. Like, no, it's okay, bro. At the end of the day, they teams. But there's a lot of athletes that obviously listen to their captains, and that's something that Hunter Metcalf did. Austin stepped up, and Karmelo took it upon himself to do what he did.
Take the stand. And at that age, it's eating him alive. But check this out. This is the big kicker. In this age of technology, even in the pixelated surveillance video that we saw, there were kids with their camera phones out. There's a reason why they won't release any of that information, any of that footage. You telling me in a world where anything jumps off, a camera comes out, and there was no footage on any of those children's phones? Nah. They knew what they were doing. They swept everything under the rug. They presented the Metcalf family as the ones who were victimized, not Karmelo, for being attacked. The media ran with it. The courts shut everybody out, and they closed this trial in 5 days. Y'all say that's a fair trial? Absolutely not. This was feelings over facts since the beginning. And the fact is, Karmelo was assaulted. Karmelo responded in self-defense, and unfortunately, a child lost his life. So you racist, biased, non-thinking, illogical individuals, get in the comments.
He didn't just get 35 years for nothing, y'all. Like, I'm just, I don't get it. Like, I truly don't get it when it comes down to these people. Yeah, I said it, these people, the Carmelo Anthony supporters. I truly just don't get it when it comes down to them, because how in the world, like, honestly, like, how are you really like thinking this way? And then he's saying that he's eating Hunter Metcalf alive, that this happened and he started to. Let me tell y'all something. I truly feel as if that's Karmelo because of something that he did. Something that not only ruined his life, but others. Of something that he caused. When it comes down to the family of Austin. When it comes down to the friends. When it comes down to I can't even really say his parents, because his parents got off on him. We're going to talk about that too. His parents literally got off on him. And honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. It truly just goes to show y'all they knew what was going to happen within Karmelo. That's the same parents that wasn't in the courtroom when he got sentenced. But they don't want to talk about that. This is literally the surveillance, says Karmelo Anthony. This is somebody that, again, somebody posting saying Karmelo Anthony video footage shows him clearly defending himself and running away from the attackers. As y'all see, Karmelo Anthony is not, in fact, defending himself. He did what he did, going in here, ran up in the stands, and took off. Let me tell y'all something. This right here, that pause and him turning around, he's seen exactly the damage that he did. I keep rewatching it because you'll see him run up here and he turns around. He turns around. He doesn't see Austin still, standing or moving or trying to. He didn't see him none of that. He sees him falls. And then when he sees him falls, because again, he know what he did, he takes off running. He takes off running so fast, he falls over the football stands and rolls. Look how fast he's taking off. And then in panic, he slows down. I don't know what he's checking for, if he's looking for his phone, if he thinking, okay, well, they probably gonna find out it's me because I've left this and I've left that. And I'm not, not really sure on what. A book bag. It's too late. He takes off and gets stopped. I'm telling y'all, people literally are coming up with their own lies, and they're going as far as doing every single thing. I'm telling y'all. I'm showing y'all everything. You got it right here. Before we get into that, Austin Metcalf's father claims Karmelo Anthony's family has shown zero remorse. They haven't not once said they ain't apologized. They didn't even talk to the Metcalf family at all. And I feel like as parents, regardless, and Jeff Metcalf made a great point. They don't know him. They don't know Hunter. They don't know Austin. They don't even know Karmelo. And people are going to say this. They're going to say that. They truly going to say this. And I feel like as parents, and I can't even say Jeff Metcalf reaching out, because Jeff Metcalf did. He went to a press conference, and guess what happened? They kicked him out. And Karmelo Anthony's parents still didn't reach out at all. Check it out right here.
I was hoping we could show the world this wasn't a racial divide thing, that we could kind of close the gap instead of widening it. But at that point, they'd obviously retained the services of Dominic Alexander, a convicted baby-shaking felon advocate who decided to throw me out of the press conference, had me removed by police, and then proceeded to gaslight me and tell me how I was such, I can't remember the word he used, but that I shouldn't have been there, and it was not dignified to my son or myself, which I really couldn't quite understand as they proceeded to gaslight me. And also there was a young lady who has followed the case also from the entire time. Her name is Sarah Fields. Also showed information about her. That's when they took it from any type of remorse, which they did not show, to the fact of now we're going to play the race card. And now we're going to politicize this. Now we're getting a political activist involved. The two things I said on one of the first interviews I ever did was, please don't make this about race, and please don't politicize it. Mm-hmm. But they chose to do both.
And your goal that day was to simply get together and pray?
All I wanted, yeah. I was actually hoping to show them, hey, look, man, I know what happened was terrible. And your son made a horrible mistake. I was hoping for some accountability, maybe.
But I'm not gonna lie, for a father to go in with that mentality just shows you how strong his character is.
And some remorse. Neither one was shown.
Have you ever spoken to the Anthonys?
No.
No apology, no remorse?
Nothing.
You were telling me you were inside the courtroom, quite obviously. After the verdict, the Anthonys left. They weren't there for Karmelo's sentencing.
That is correct. They weren't there for the sentencing, and they were not there for victim impact statements. They left that poor child up there by himself. As soon as the verdict was read.
Y'all hear what he just said? They left that poor child up there by himself. One thing about Austin Metcalf's dad that I've seen, and that I'll continue to realize, is that not only does he care, obviously because that is his son's, but he's still caring for their son and still speaking. Even, there's things that, he possibly said. I mean, who wouldn't, because they're angry, this, that, and the other. He's still looking at the simple fact that I want to have that peace. I feel like that's more so of where he's trying to get.
As soon as the verdict was read, he was guilty. His family and some other advocates left the courtroom and turned in their badges.
That's insane. I'm telling y'all. One thing about it is that it was all for the money. Check it out.
And
all
I
for the money.
just want to give a shout out to Karmelo Anthony's parents, because they didn't scam the out of y'all. Now, I done seen a lot of people get y'all for some money, but $600,000? God, that was the fastest come up.
That wasn't even $600,000. I'm a correct this Mrs. Greenfield here. It wasn't just $600,000. It was over $1 million. That was just from the the Give, Send, Go y'all seen. They had T-shirts. They made T-shirts. They had other things of other places on where they were getting a lot more donations.
I done ever seen. They done got this man a lawyer and then took the rest of the money. And then on top of that, they got another GoFundMe going for an appeal that he'll probably never even see that money. Y'all crazy as hell. And the crazy part is they seen that video before any of us seen it. They already knew that he was guilty. They told him don't take that plea deal and go to court so they could keep racking it up on y'all. I'm trying to tell you, these be getting over on y'all every day on this internet. And they play into y'all sympathy because all y'all need to do is hear a sob story, and then here you go. Did y'all get out the bank account, whip out the debit card, and start donating to somebody GoFundMe. They played in y'all face once again. Like I said, I'm glad I don't fall for and I would have never donated to a killer. But hey, they got y'all. Kudos to them. Hopefully they spending y'all money on something nice. Maybe what they did. They got a new house. Hopefully they got some new clothes or something. They didn't already sold they soul and they threw their son to the river, but he was guilty anyway. So like I said, go hey, y'all go ahead, go off.
And trust me, they are. First there was the money. Now they're doing other things. Sarah Field posted, if y'all, obviously haven't followed Sarah Fields, which I'm sure many of y'all have, because every time, I bring up a post, I mention Sarah Fields because she has amazing information. I mean, I can't deny that. You have it right here. It says Frisco PD is aware of a post from a fake account on social media. Says the post is not from an official source and may contain information that is false or misleading. Says Karmelo supporters, Sarah Fields put, Karmelo supporters are once again circulating a fake autopsy report that could potentially land them in serious trouble. This autopsy report, pretty sure was, if I'm not mistaken, George Floyd. So they're doing a lot. When I say they're doing a lot, and it's a lot. You have another post from Sarah Fields. And lady up under, I'm not even gonna give out her name, A Moore, posted what y'all probably can see right here. And I'm gonna read this highlighted part. I'm not gonna read everything, but obviously a lot of this is about taking up for Karmelo. But she states right here, so if that mean exposing children that was there on the day of the incident, I am going to do that. If you don't like it, you can either keep scrolling or you can delete yourself off my page. So what they're now doing is that when it comes down to minors, they are trying to expose every minor, every witness out to the public. This is very dangerous. This is very disgusting. And I know for a fact they're going to be in a lot of trouble within this. There are people that, obviously are pretty much doing a lot. You have this individual right here, says for all Austin supporters and Sarah goons lurking on my page. Don't be a rude AB, say hello. Says right here, Black mothers, we cannot sit back passively and wait for a D thing to play out when it comes to our babies and allow these people to railroad our sons right in our face. They had this child Karmelo roasting over, I don't want to say that on YouTube. And I still have not seen his mother yet. It's not the time to hide. Stand your A, which again, I'm not even gonna lie. People are not getting that Karmelo parents do not care. They got paid and they good. They looking at the simple fact, well, we can try to do what we can, within this new team, but honestly, we got paid and we don't care. We started all this uproar. We got on the news. We said this. We said that. At the end of the day, y'all paid us. So we good. And then you got these morons that constantly get on the internet and get themselves in trouble, landing themselves right next to Karmelo. So go right ahead and do it. You have right here Tiffany Billions. She's the same individual and one of the others that said that she will be exposing witnesses. Check it out.
Cover up. We're not only going to seal the jurors' names and the foreman's name, we're going to seal the minors' names. But you can't seal the minors' names because we were in court and we were taking notes. And we know who everyone is. And that is why at 6 o'clock, I'm going to expose every last witness that got on that stand and lied. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to put your big, ugly face up. And I'm going to talk about you like a damn dog. At 6 o'clock, join me. All right. So,
Definitely insane and sickening. This is another post by Sarah Fields. Says 3 people have now been arrested in connection, to an assault on Sammy Lee at Whiskey J's nightclub. Longville police confirmed on June 25th. Deja Brown, Elena Mumphrey, voluntarily surrendered to law enforcement. I don't even know how to say the others. Syrianne Fuller. That's another individual. Says right here, according to Sammy, she was jumped by multiple girls she had never met or seen before. Sammy says that while she was being beaten, the girls were yelling, "Free Karmelo," and stating they were going to target the smallest white girl they can find. This is probably one of the sickest things that I have seen. I know that there's a lot of people that have been attacking homeless people that, are white, and it's truly sickening. Prayers go to Sammy and anybody else that, is getting harassed when it comes down to this whole thing. It's truly sick. And I'm glad that they did catch these individuals. And I definitely pray that they're catching other individuals that are truly treating people in a bad way. It's truly sickening. I'll tell you that much. One thing about it says right here, does Karmelo Anthony deserve to spend the rest of his life in prison? Yes or no? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this video and this question right here. Catch y'all next one.